Alright guys, and today we have for you
the last night
ultimate, let's take a look at this, the ultimate Blu-ray gift set, guys. This is the Walmart exclusive, guys, and it features die-cast metal vehicle special edition. Basically, I'm guessing
comes with stickers.
These are going to be like Team Hot Wheels. Hey, look, you got a sticker from the packaging. Alright guys, and here's the back. Optimus is looking down at the movie scenes. And of course we have another Optimus. We have Kate Yeager, we have Sir Anthony Hopkins, and we have Bumblebee, guys. And of course it comes with a free digital copy. That's cool. So, from director Michael Bay and executive producer Steven Spielberg comes the very best Transformers ship, blah 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 blah. Okay, so this is one where Optimus gets to be kind of villainous, guys. Anyway, we want to unbox this, guys. Before we get into that, this is the beginning.
Let me put some stickers on.
This is the beginning, guys, of a very, very long video because we're going to go through all of the Transformers movies, guys. And so if you guys don't want to watch that or you want to watch it all later or something like that, and you're just here for the unboxing, guys, I'll tell you when to click off. And after that point, guys, we're going to be getting into a very, very extended discussion of the Transformers movies and our thoughts on them. Not all of which, guys, honestly, are going to be positive. But let's crack this baby open, Leo. Okay, guys, so Leo's got the DVD there. And let's take a look at this. Here it is. Here's the shell. Last night. Yay. Okay, guys, and of course, our handy dandy pen here, guys. We'll just open the plastic.
Guys, they have their heads on them.
What? Oh, guys, that looks like it's going to be cool there. So let's bust out this and stuff. Okay, guys, so there it is. The digital copy here, guys. And oh, wow.
Optimus can't do this.
So we have a special features disc. And we have the feature film, guys. And we'll be diving into that at a later point. And of course, here is the other ones. This is Transformers 1, Transformers 2, Transformers 3, Transformers 4. And there it is, guys. So that's what the DVD looks like. And guys, let's have a look at
Bumblebee.
Okay, let's take a look at B first.
He's a very nice car.
Whoa, guys, get a load of this. Wow, that is cool.
It has it on Optimus too.
This is not meant to be a toy, guys. This is obviously just meant to be a display figure. Because the wheels are trash, but holy moly, guys, this is I don't remember this version being in the movie, guys, but this is an interesting paint job. I'm not sure what would be the purpose of those holes in the spoiler, but it looks kind of neat. And what's that say on there? Let's see if we can pull that in. Guys, I'm assuming this says Transformers, but I can't make out what that is. Yeah, whatever. Okay, guys, so and there it is. So there's the Bumblebee, guys. Bumblebee car is pretty cool. This is really, really sweet, guys. That's a cool part of this. And last time, guys, we got the last night from Walmart also, guys, because we wanted the cool figures. And of course, whoa, guys, this is yeah. Well, we got figures with the Age of Extinction, is what I'm saying. And this is a curious rendition of Optimus.
That looks super cool.
The paint is neat, guys. It's like a chrome sort of thing. Again, the wheels are rubbish. And we have Optimus' face on the bottom. This actually looks too long to me, guys, too. But it's cool. Like the paint job, I really like on this. This is pretty whipping, guys. I like this. So these figures are the reason that we got the extended pack from Walmart, guys. So, guys, this is going to wrap up our look at the unboxing, guys, of The Last Night. Now, our plan from here is to go watch the movie. Obviously, that won't be on the video. but we're going to plan on watching the movie and then coming back, guys, and talking with you about our thoughts for that movie and for all the other movies, guys. So like I said, it's going to be a very extended discussion of all of the live action Transformer movies that exist. So guys, cool cars. I like, which one do you like better, buddy?
Optimus Prime!
Okay, guys, and of course, I like the Bumblebee better. I think it's a way cooler car. But these are clearly meant to just be display pieces, guys. Anyway, if all you're interested in is the unboxing, guys, click off from here. And from this point, we're going to be watching the
Transformers the Last Movie!
exactly what Leo said. And guys, we'll be right back to discuss it. Okay, guys, and for those of you who stayed with us, we just got done watching The Last Night.
I remember how he's going crazy and like he was squishing all of those knights. OK Goodreview was the last one.
So, guys, one of the things I will say about this movie is that this suffers from the same problem as every other one of the Transformers movies, and that it is too long, guys. Way, way, way too long. Too much junk going on. They could have easily cut out the entire Cuba scenes of the John Turturro scenes. They could have cut those out completely. They could have cut the scientist guy down almost completely for a not very science-y type premise. They tried to stuff science in there, but they stuffed it in there incorrectly. And the idea of a world coming and crashing into the Earth would cause gravitational complications, guys, quite a bit beyond what was actually portrayed in the movie, guys. And so having the guy try to do the pendulum swing and knock it all over, and him talking about hobgoblins and stuff. So that's not normally how scientists would talk. They wouldn't be discussing magic. They'd be discussing a force element that they didn't understand right at the moment, but they wouldn't be then basing predictions on how to stop that without having a working understanding of what it would do. So that part was a little bit frustrating. If they would have cut that guy out, they could have just gotten rid of him completely. And the movie would have been not only shorter, but it would have been a lot less head smacking. But overall, so here we have the 5 movies, guys, from left to right. The original Transformers, and there's been a bazillion different covers of all these guys. So we have the original Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, and The Last Night. And Leo, which is your favorite?
So let's start from one and talk about that.
Okay.
So they have a lot of parts where they have the romantic moments.
Yeah, so the first one was they were shooting for more of a boy in his car vibe. And guys, I really sort of intensely disliked the first 3 movies, at least the lead in it, because Shia LaBeouf, whatever that guy's name is, all he does is scream.
Sam Witwicky?
Yes, the guy who plays Sam Witwicky is just shrieking the entire movies. So every time we see him, he's like, ah, 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 ah. It's like, oh my gosh, guys. So at least Mark Wahlberg isn't doing that. Mark Wahlberg, they just had him punk everything, though.
Mark Wahlberg's really serious of what he's doing.
He is serious.
He's very aware of what's around him.
Yeah, he is. But he acts like a punk the entire time. Like, if you look at his dialogue in The Last Night, putting him, I think Michael Bay probably did him a disservice, because he's better, certainly, than Shia LaBeouf, but they put him in they put a weak actor next to some stunning actors. They've got him next to Stanley Tucci, who is wasted, by the way, in The Last Night. They've got him next to Kelsey Grammer and Titus Welliver, and they've got next to Anthony Hopkins. And those guys are just running circles around poor Mark Wahlberg. So, guys, so The Last Night, guys, we didn't do a review what was in the theaters because we kept getting interrupted because
I had to go potty a million times.
Yeah, we had to run off. So we missed a lot of the movie, actually, but the movie was still too long in the theaters. It's like 2.5 hours or so. We finally watched it here.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's like almost 3 hours, guys. And watching it the second time, it's a lot better than it was the first time. The first time there's a lot of silliness because the whole Quintessa thing really doesn't make any sense. But the Quintessa character is so weird, and it just kind of moves completely away from everything they were talking about.
Tentacles.
Yeah.
She can control Optimus because she actually said a point there. She said, I made you Optimus and you obey every command.
Yeah, and of course that's actually not who made him, because if we look, it was Alpha Trion. And the whole Unicron thing, guys, so we have Unicron, who is a villain in the main thing, because of Primus is the actual spark, right?
Like, because we saw like horns everywhere in that movie.
Yeah.
From Unicron.
Right, and Unicron, if you guys watch Transformers Prime, is not a good character. He's the opposite of a good character. He's a really bad character. So the weird thing, guys, they just got completely away. Optimus. This was obviously a Bumblebee movie. So Bumblebee is on screen almost the entire show. And then Cogman is, by the way, is the best thing about this movie. It's worth watching just for Cogman. But Cogman is on there. He's the kind of the comic relief, just weird character. He's on there for probably about maybe 2/3, half of it. And so is Hot Rod. Those guys are excellent. This is definitely a Bumblebee movie. Cogman I thought was really, really funny. I like that. I like that character a lot. In fact, I wish they would have had him more. The other parts I liked the girl and the wobble, whatever that guy's name.
Canopy?
The blue one. The blue one that doesn't actually talk. The Squeaks or whatever his name is. He was kind of cool. The baby Transformers, the baby Dinobots guys, I could have really lived without them.
I thought they're pretty cute.
Yeah, well, and I think that's why they put them in here. So here we have two different audiences, guys. We have me, who's a lot older than the star of our show, guys. So the things that I see are probably a lot different than the stuff that Leo likes. Leo really liked the baby Dinobots. I could have definitely lived without them, and I'm not actually sure where they came from, because the Dinobots got their freedom in Age of Extinction. The big problem with this movie was, part of it anyway, was they moved almost completely away from everything that happened at Age of Extinction. Let's take Megatron's transformation, for instance, right? He had that really whipping cool bubble transformation in Age of Extinction. The character Galvatron was awful looking, but he had that really cool transformation. And you'd think, okay, well, the bubble transformation could be really handy. And it's gone.
So let's go back to 1 year. So you can know that it's basically like a Bumblebee movie. They just show it for almost the whole time.
The other thing is that, so continuity kind of goes out the window on the last night. And then we have this weird thing where we have Berserker that shows up long enough for them to make a toy. And then he just never appears again, right? And then we have Megatron, of all things, trying to negotiate, which is so weird.
I remember this part where Onslaught was saying, I think we need a bigger door.
Yeah, when Onslaught was in there. Yeah, and we never saw him. I don't know where that guy even went.
Well, we actually saw him parts in different varieties, because he was in a battle, the large battle simulator. He was delivering some whipping to the Autobots.
It was, I don't know, guys. There was parts of the last night that were really, really good. So we had those actors that I mentioned. The girl character, Laura Haddock, she was, I thought, really, really good in that movie.
But Gwen Tessa, she's like crazy, dude. She has tentacles, but robotical. Because on the other side, Gwen Tessa is a more powerful character, because she lied.
Yeah, and actually that's a good point. So we'll come back to Quintessa in a second. But some of the other cool stuff, obviously the effects are always good in a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah,
we have the cars. The cars are just whipping in those movies.
I remember where he is like, I was like, oh, I like this mode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hot Rod is loving the new car, guys. Barricade is awesome in this movie.
They made a toy based off of the toy, but I remember in this certain part where Barricade was like, he's in a police car, right? And I was singing, literally, you gotta go fast. You gotta go fast, you gotta go fast. Because they were going really fast, and I saw a video of the last night trailer, and they're doing crazy stuff, and I heard that song, and I had to do it on that part. It was just so really cool. The effects were cool. It's like he's chasing him like a wild goose chase.
So yeah, guys, that is really like the effects with Bumblebee and Barricade were cool. They had like 18 trailers for this movie. I mean, those guys went crazy throwing trailers at this thing. And unfortunately, this movie didn't do very well, but there's so much weird stuff going on in the movie itself that parts of it are just like little discontinuities, and you don't quite know exactly where they're trying to go with it.
Like the ship is shaped like a pan, and it's coming up in the water. That's super weird. I never expected that. That is so weird. It's shaped like a pan, literally.
Yeah, that part was kind of, you know, in the submarine as a I mean, I don't know, guys. There's a lot of stuff that obviously, if you dig too deep into it, it's going to not make any sense at all. But I mean, there was good parts to it. So I would say, actually, though, overall, probably the last night, my former favorite movie was Age of Extinction, because it doesn't have Sam Witwicky in it. And so the first three movies, no matter what happens in them, anything that has Sam Witwicky, I kind of instantly dislike, because
we didn't buy the first movie, literally. We just bought the fourth movie and we didn't even know.
Yeah, guys, we went out of order. We bought, I think, Age of Extinction, and then we got the other three after that. And then, so like Revenge of the Fallen was the first one that I saw, and I still thought parts of that were actually, I still think parts of that were kind of cool.
Devastator was cool.
Devastator was fantastic.
Yeah, he was just whipping the whole place. He was just slaughtering it.
But you had those two really, really awful guys, whatever their name was.
And
Skids and Mudflap. That's it exactly.
So Skids
those guys were awful.
Skids and Mudflap. I like the silly part where they're like, I want to eat. Yeah, Daddy's really right. Like they just go nuts. Yeah.
So yeah. Well, there's a mannerism there that I think is I kind of would have preferred wasn't there. But so guys, we look at. You know, we look at those. So I look at these. Age of Extinction was my former favorite. I think actually though, The Last Night has more parts that I liked over Age of Extinction. I really liked the character Lockdown, his car, and I liked how he acted. I thought his face sculpt was kind of not so good, but the rest of it I really liked. And then, but Galvatron I wasn't a big fan of. Decepticon Stinger not really so much either.
Well, you know. You have like, you think you're born? No, you're corrected.
Yeah, Lockdown's cool. He had a lot of really cool lines.
He had so deep that you do get so deep into those movies. You thought they were awesome.
Well, there's a lot of action parts in all these guys. There's so many cool effects in it. You can't really have a Transformer movie without having a ton of action, and there is a ton of action in here. So, which is your favorite out of all these? So Last Night is your favorite too. That's probably mine. My second favorite then is Age of Extinction. What's your second favorite? Second favorite is the first one? Wow. Okay, what's your third favorite?
Oh, actually I'm going to agree with you.
Okay, so we're going to say the two Mark Wahlberg are the ones that we like the best. So what is the one that you like the least?
I'm going to say 3.
Dark of the Moon? Yeah, me too, guys. Dark of the Moon was a really challenging movie, I think, for us.
So when you go and when you see those trailers, you think it's awesome, but not really. It's just because they added a lot of comedy in it, and they also the titles sound really cool, but they're nothing but a just piece of scrap.
Yeah, I tried to watch this one, guys, before. Oh boy, that was somewhere before Leo started getting Transformers, and I couldn't make any sense at all out of like the first 15 minutes. So I just shut it off. I watched it later, of course, since. And so we have here this person here who's his lead, his co-lead, the female lead, and nothing against her, but she is not good in this movie. And of course it is as the lead character in here. So and also, guys, I love Leonard Nimoy, but it was so disappointing. And I know he was happy. I know he was way happy to be the villain, but watching Ironhide get blown away and stuff like that, there was just a lot of...
That makes me shed in the tears. I'm like, that's not appropriate. That's not cool.
There was a lot of difficult stuff in Dark of the Moon, and Dark of the Moon actually was was sort of a goofy storyline. When they did the reboot with Transformers 5, well, of Age of Extinction, I really liked what they did because I thought they focused a lot on that. They focused in the storyline, and it was, of course, the humans all being bad guys. That's one of the other problems with all 5 of these movies, from my perspective, is there's way too much focus on the human elements. And a lot of the human elements are not likable, or they're really irrelevant, and they're just burning a bunch of screen time with humans. So this is primarily, like, if you look at the cartoons, these are primarily about the robots. You look at Transformers Prime, and you have the humans there, which are relatively less annoying comparably, but they don't spend a whole ton of time on the humans, and that's actually one of the reasons why that is the best show Transformers has ever been.
Last night, this is a cool movie because, see, he has like kind of like if you watch this movie, you'll see like a little symbol and it protects him. He looks pretty ripped. I would say that.
So here's a question, okay? So if Optimus goes and he beats Quintessa at the end of the movie, why did that movie even happen? Because if he could do that, why didn't he just do that from the beginning when he gets back on Cybertron? And guys, how did he know? How did he not know? Guys, how was it a surprise to him that Cybertron was ruined? He left Cybertron because it was ruined in the war, and he shot, in fact, in this movie, the Allspark to Earth. So if he's got all that going on, he did that himself. How does he go, whoa, what happened here? Why is this planet ruined? I mean, that to me was like, what?
I think when he crashed on Earth, he had some memory loss.
Well, no, he crashed onto Cybertron itself. And that's when he met Quintessa. And she just all of a sudden is there when he crashes into the Cybertron. Guys, a lot of that was super goofy for me. And then, of course, the physics were... I'll just be charitable and call them questionable at best. I mean, there's a lot of problems with it. I really liked watching. The good parts are the actors, right? So you have, who do you have? You have Jess Harnell, who is Ironhide. You have Frank Welker, who was Megatron. You have Peter Cullen, of course, Optimus Prime. You have the other actors that I mentioned. You have Cogman, you got Alan Tudyk, you got Ken Jeong, you got Li Bingbing. There's a lot of really awesome talent. You have the Steeljaw. Steeljaw was an excellent character in Age of Extinction.
Yeah. I remember this part. Lockdown was just beating him. Like, they're whooping him. He couldn't even survive one eye because they're just beating him up.
Yeah.
And he didn't even call for his other Autobots for help. That's not all. He does this. He's like, ow. He doesn't even know what's going on around him. He's not aware of what's around him.
So, and the good thing with the Age of Extinction and the last night was, I'll tell you what, so you look at these first 3 movies, guys, take a look at these things, and the Transformers, especially the Decepticons, look almost completely alike. There's way too much uniformity here in the vehicles, guys. It's all dark colors. It's all like black. And you can't necessarily tell Shockwave from Starscream, from Megatron, from Blackout, and from all the other sort of side characters that are in there. And so you get to these ones, right? And they have less characters, right? So you have this one, and let me see Age of Extinction. So you have this one, and you have Age of Extinction, guys. And you've got cars with really cool colors. You've got a small enough amount of characters that you can actually focus, guys, on what is going on in there. So you can say, okay, I know who that guy is. That's Crosshairs, or that's Drift, or whoever. One of the cool things about this, so we had in this one, Drift was a triple changer, guys. So Drift was the first triple changer. And then we have this one where, guess what? Bumblebee is invincible now because he can just put himself back together.
He just reassembles him.
Which, by the way, is one of the best things in the movie.
Let's say you're watching this and just Sam Wiggy screams all the time just because of one thing only, but he screams about everything. He should only scream about one thing.
Yeah, he's the most scared guy in the universe, and it's just really tiring to watch at. So, but Revenge of the Fallen has some really cool parts in it too. And this one, actually, guys, before I get to that, another thing with this one, guys, I really liked was Hot Rod's time-stopping weapon. That was awesome.
Now, if you're watching the first one, I remember Sam Witwicky saying, yeah! And then he just goes all crazy.
He does that for the first 3 movies. He's just constantly shrieking. And it's really hard to watch. So of the first 3, the best one is definitely, in my view, not this one, Revenge of the Fallen.
Because
Revenge of the Fallen guys.
You get a chance to see a Devastator just slaughtering the whole place.
Devastator's awesome. There's problems with this. First one, if Transformers can dress up like humans, why don't they dress up like humans all the time? Why don't they dress up like humans constantly, guys? And why didn't she just kill Sam Witwicky if that's what she was going to do? Why did she have to do the little song and dance thing? That made no sense at all, guys. Like, zero. That was so weird. And then Michaela had to rescue him. So this one, guys, it had some other cool parts to it. I like watching the blenders come to life, guys. I thought that was really funny in the first part, and then Bumblebee nearly destroyed the house. But guys, I'll tell you what, here's the part I didn't like about this one, and that one. Guys, Sam Witwicky, in addition to being a big screaming baby, also is super mean to Bumblebee. Bumblebee's like his best buddy, right? Bumblebee he doesn't want to take him to college, but Bumblebee is a good friend, right? Bumblebee is doing good stuff. He's a cool car and everything, guys. And Sam Witwicky is just constantly mean to Bumblebee the entire time. You know, so I kind of get the feeling that, what's his name, the guy who played Sam Witwicky didn't want to be in the movies. And I'm glad that he definitely was not in the later 2, because these would have been horrible movies if Sam would have been in them.
Only if Sam was in that one and not that one.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's more parts I like of this one. I think this is actually a better storyline, though. So there's more parts to this one, guys. This one's gorgeous. It has a really cool historical thing to it. That's all stuff I liked. This one, though, I gotta be honest, guys, is probably a more streamlined movie, even though they wasted Thomas Lennon in it. Like this one, there's not a whole lot of ambiguity. It's very streamlined. It's probably overall a better story as far as just a straight across movie of those 2. And so maybe what we should do here is we should just whip through them, guys, one by one. So let's see. We already had talked enough about the last night. Let's talk about Age of Extinction.
Okay.
So guys, this one is the one that, if you've looked at our collection videos, we have got a ton of Age of Extinction figures. I think all of them were really good, including the one-steps, guys. They had some really exotic cars. I love the cars. Stanley Tucci and Titus Welliver and Kelsey Grammer were all fantastic in this movie, which of course you would expect. It's one of the things about last night, they wasted Stanley Tucci. His character was drunk for most of it. I think he might have been too when he signed on for it. And then of course we have this. We had those really, really awesome bombs of Lockdown. I didn't like the bubble transformation, guys, to be honest with you. But and I thought a lot of the when they were in the lab, okay, they're destroying the lab, and then Stanley Tucci goes down there and tells them to stop because he has their code and they don't need him anymore. It doesn't make sense that they would stop. Why wouldn't they keep destroying the lab?
That's my question too. If they were just starting to destroy it, why wouldn't they destroy it more?
I mean, they should have just kept going. I was like, why did you guys stop? Bring it down. Bring it all down. I don't like that part. To me, was really unclear. Is like they're destroying the company property when we have the guy that owns the company coming down to yell at them. And why would they stop because of that? It doesn't, to me, guys, does not make any sense at all.
I bet Optimus was good in this one to destroy a little bit, but I'm also complaining about it too. If they're going to keep destroying it, why won't they do that?
And guys, actually, that reminds me of another. So Optimus was wasted, guys, in the last night. Like, he's ridiculous in the last night. Optimus maybe should not have even been in that movie because he acted so non-Optimus-like, right? So the old knights are going to kill him, and he's just like, oh, okay, they're just going to kill me, right? And then he says, what did he say? He said, I won't betray you again. I was like, what? Are you serious? I mean, that's ridiculous. So I betrayed you guys big time, and I almost ruined the earth, but I won't do it again, I promise, right? And then his lines, guys, his lines. It's like Optimus thought he was Batman. Hi, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I am Optimus Prime. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I am Optimus Prime. That was most of what he was saying, I think, the entire time was, did you forget who I am? Because I'll tell you again. I am Optimus Prime. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
He did say I'm Batman though. He just said I'm Optimus.
Yeah, he had a little crisis. Well, guys, we were talking about Age of Extinction. Sorry. So Age of Extinction, the beginning is very, very slow. Usually, guys, when we watch this movie, do you know where we pick up? We pick up, guys, right when Optimus is busy being discovered, when Cemetery Wind is at Cade Yeager's farm before they blow it into toothpicks.
Toothpicks, yes. But also, I was confused because in the last one they blew into toothpicks, and now they're back in the same way.
No, they're in a junkyard this time, in a completely different state. Oh, and that's the other thing too, is where did they find a stadium anywhere near Rapid City, South Dakota like that? There's nothing by that like that. Are they kidding? That was sort of nutty too. I mean, that's not a big deal in the scheme of things, but so Age of Extinction. Again, way too long. Let's see how long that movie is. Okay, guys. So Age of Extinction is, this one is 2 hours and 44 minutes. This one is longer than the Last Night, although the Last Night actually seems longer probably because we always start like pretty much midway through the beginning part of this one. Guys, what we love a lot of it, when they reunite, we got Hal going, Optimus is back, hell yeah! You know, and that whole thing when they reunite, I thought that was really, really cool too.
But they started just giving up on the last. I'm like, are you gonna destroy it or what? But then they're done, and then I'm like, what guys? Dude, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Keep doing that. And then they just start giving up. I'm really disappointed because that part was cool.
Yeah, they should have kept destroying the lab for sure. Anyway, guys, so they had, and then that was the last movie, guys, that Bumblebee had his awesome vehicle mode. In that case, he had a SS, the high-octane version of Bumblebee, guys. I love that car. That was one of my favorite things about that movie. And Bumblebee was having a lot of fun in Age of Extinction also. But it was a good ensemble movie, actually. You know, and in fact, I might actually kind of back off on that a little bit because there's a lot of Age of Extinction I really enjoyed. I'm not sure. I would say more, actually, at this point, the more I talk about it, the more I think it's a tie with The Last Night. Let's take a look at Dark of the Moon. So Dark of the Moon.
So Dark of the Moon is where basically they kind of try uniting, but it doesn't work. And I'm like, what the, dude, why are you doing this?
So Dark of the Moon is where there's a hidden spaceship on the moon. Guys, this one, it looked like they were all kind of tired of making the movies. I really liked that they had Leonard Nimoy. I didn't like that they made Sentinel Prime into a villain.
Sentinel Prime I thought was a little bit good, but I thought he was good at the first part, but it turned out he wasn't, and that's the guy who murdered Ironhide. Yeah, and if you're playing a game of Transformers Clue, he would be the guy.
Exactly right. So, and you had the government guys acting like complete jerks in this one, even more than they normally did in the other one. And they wanted to shut this down, shut that down, and this was goofy. So there were some cool parts to this too. Like they had some really cool cars. They had John Malkovich in there as playing. Oh, and Sam, right? Sam is going to get a job. He should have done that during his job interview. He should have said, "Well, what are your qualifications?" They missed an opportunity there, guys. Dark of the Moon is somewhat of a forgettable movie, guys. We don't actually, I think we only have one toy from that movie. And I think we only have one toy from this one. Is it this one or is it the original? We don't have a lot of toys from the earlier one. We didn't actually start collecting them until Age of Extinction. And here we are, Revenge of the Fallen. Guys, the Fallen is a cool character. I like the Fallen. I like the pyramids. I liked how they tied all that stuff in. And then...
But if he's in the first movie, he should have got his job, and he's like, "What's your text back?"
So guys, in this movie, who is Sam's best friend in college? And his human best friend, Leo. It's Leo.
I was about to say Wookiee.
Sam is Sam's best friend, guys. I don't know who he's talking to.
Yeah. Like in Blackjack, they think.
Now, this one was the Revenge of the Fallen. Actually, guys, there was parts that this was a struggle too, because Sam was worthless, and basically, I think Sam was worthless, guys, and I think basically got Optimus killed in Revenge of the Fallen. That was kind of hard to take, but I'm glad he came back and everything, even though he put all of the matrix of leadership into a sweaty sock. Here's a sweaty sock for you. Enjoy! Enjoy it!
Enjoy your sweaty sock. And then he didn't return for like an hour in the movie. Right? They thought when you were watching it, when he exploded, he came back, and that was really cool. I was expecting him to be dead for a minute. That's not what you usually do. When you're dead, you're dead. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, so Sam Witwicky used the power of the primes or whatever, and his parents, guys, one bad thing about this is his parents were in it, and this one, his parents were kind of in it and kind of mostly weren't in it as much, but oh my gosh. See, there's another one. Okay, there it is, guys. So if you're going to have Sam Witwicky, you have to have his dad like G1. You can't have his dad be like this guy that's in these movies. That you just can't wait. You can't wait for him to get off the screen.
Back?
I think the actor playing Sam Witwicky's dad is fine. Nothing wrong with him. But that character, guys, you could have eliminated him, and what would have changed in the movies? Nothing. And why are they in the desert with the pyramids? What are they doing out there? Except for being one more thing that the Autobots are distracted by instead of fighting the Decepticons.
Yeah. They're just distracted by it. They're not even doing one thing that they're supposed to. And I'm about to tell them, be like, ah! Because of that, because the Autobots are not saving them. The Autobots are not saving them. They're just going to get crushed by the Decepticons. They're not even going to get holded back. But only if the one Autobot didn't come with them, then he would hold back the Decepticons. But I still know that he would need much more backup.
This one, guys, is probably the most well-received movie out of all of them. And I'm not sure why, guys. I thought it was okay. I liked the original version of Bumblebee, that old late 70s Camaro. I thought that was way cool. But there's parts of this too where they just go kind of off the rails a lot with the Allspark cube and all this other stuff.
Which is screaming, what's your text back? He shouldn't scream.
Okay, so him screaming actually kind of makes sense in this movie because it's his first encounter. But guys, he's obviously encountered him plenty by that point. And this one, he wants to run away. Run away, I want to go to college. Right? He's just trying to bail out. And then this one, Bumblebee's coming to visit, coming to check out his crib, and, hang out like friends do. And this guy's embarrassed. Go figure, right? If I had a Camaro robot in my living room, guys, I think I would be thrilled. Leave us a comment if you'd like that too.
But instead, if you were the actor of them, then you would just be screaming the whole time at the movie time. They just don't show us some parts until like 30 minutes of the movie has passed.
Yeah. So this one, guys. So this one is. This is a good movie, guys. It is. It's a cool show. I like this one. I do. I like this one too. It moves really slow though, and Leo's right. There's a lot of romantic junk in there that they could have cut out. So this one, guys, is 2 hours, 23 minutes. So far, Age of Extinction is the longest one. This one is 2 hours and about 30 minutes or so. So this one is about the same as The Last Night. And Revenge of the Fallen, how long are you? So this one is about 2.5 hours, guys. So Age of Extinction and Dark of the Moon are about the same length. And these two are about the same. And the first one is the shortest one, coincidentally, but not by a lot. It's by like 10 minutes. So guys, all these are probably pretty much worth checking out, guys. Dark of the Moon is one that we don't watch a lot. We watch, and we don't actually watch this one a lot either because Leo finds it kind of draggy. So right now, the one that we watch the most by far is Age of Extinction. We watch this, oh man, I don't know, a lot. And Revenge of the Fallen. I've seen this a lot also. It takes a while to develop all these, and so boy going to college and abandoning his alien friends, I think is not a very good storyline. So here's the storyline. This one is what they call A Boy in His Car, the first one. This one is a boy abandons all his alien friends and tries to run away to college. This one is a boy has graduated college and tries to abandon all his robot friends and alien friends to go work a job in an office. This one is, thankfully, that Sam Witwicky is not in the movie at all. This one, though, the humans are being massive jerks and are trying to hunt down the friendly neighborhood aliens from another planet. This one is Optimus goes seeking revenge and gets whooped, and then gets his mind gets erased or whatever until somehow Bumblebee gets his voice back. So all basically you had to do was have Optimus to try to hit Bumblebee with his Cybertronian dagger to make his voice come back. Guys, they could have done that a long time ago. That was silly. Especially because it's not like Stress would do anything, right? They're parts. They're at that point he's trying different voice boxes. One of the funniest parts, guys, I think the best part of the last night was probably when, well, definitely one of the best parts was when Bumblebee put himself back together again.
But no. I liked it when he tried out the new voice and he said a swear. He was like, "This isn't my voice."
It was like Siri or the Apple voice or whatever it was. That was actually pretty funny.
So let's check out the 2 movie. This is only 10 minutes again, but they fit it only in 2 minutes past of the movie. And then they kind of move on. But 30 minutes, dude, that takes a while. And you know that they can also just cut the romantic parts out and then skip right to the action.
Yeah, Leo is exactly right. What they could have done with all of these movies, there's no reason that any of these movies, guys, should have been longer than like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. They could have cut a ton of stuff out of here, and actually these would have been way better movies if they would have just edited them down a lot. Because, and again, there's just too much human junk in there. It's like screen filler. You know, like we were watching The Last Night, and Leo's like, just waiting there. It's like, okay, come on, get on with it. Let's go, you know? Time is money. Let's go. Chop. Right? Maybe not like that, guys. But like a lot of these, this one, like I said, we skip probably a good 30, 40 minutes of it every time we watch it. This is like the longest one, guys. So we don't miss anything, by the way. I mean, we see the setup once, and that's the cool thing about DVDs, is you can just skip. Even us dropping over a half an hour at the beginning, guys, it's still over 2 hours. It's almost a 3-hour movie, and there's zero reason to tell the stories that they tell in that amount of time. So, guys, definitely they can stop the focus on humans. They can definitely make these a lot shorter, and hopefully they will in the future. And they've gotten away from the uniformity in the robots, which is good. They should keep doing that, except for you look at this one, and they kind of haven't, because you look at this, guys, look at this, right here. So guys, you look at this movie, and you still see the Decepticons looking mostly alike. There's not huge differences in the Decepticons, which was, guys, one of the best things that Transformers Prime did. You had great differentiation. So, if you want to watch the best Transformers, you're going to look at Transformers Prime series, period.
So let's say you're looking at this movie, right? Starscream got defeated in, I think, 3. They kind of ran off the rails on each movie on us, but except for these 2. Take that away, and they went on 3 of them. But see, look at this, for an example. He got defeated in 3 like Ironhide would do. But now, they just, when you skip over this one, save that out of it. Then you find this, and then you see I see it when I'm coming back into the movie, eating my cheese balls. I see something. I see Starscream's head, and he's seen like he was the exact alike like in the other parts, in the earlier movies, in fact.
Yeah. So this one, guys. So we're gonna take a look at the packaging. This one does not have anything special. No special features that I am aware of. This one, again, same thing. No special features, single disc, Revenge of the Fallen. There probably is discs out there with special features. We don't have them. And then we have this one, which is Dark of the Moon, and we have better packaging inside with. So this girl's a model, so they just have her doing model things, which is yay. Nobody cares. It's a robot movie. Now we get to this one, guys, and there's special features all over the place on this disc, guys. There is a whole disc, guys, of nothing but special features, and we haven't looked, I don't think, at any of them. Have we looked at any of the special features that are on this? I don't think we have. And we have this one. So we have the one that Leo's holding. Oh, this one's got graphics on the inside too. Very nice. And what about this one? And this one, guys, again, same situation. And here it actually says what the special features are. And there's Merging Mythologies, which is, of course, putting together the Transformer and some of the Earth-based mythologies, and the Secret Transformer history, and blah, 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 blah. I don't care about any of the rest of that. So hopefully, guys, for the next movies...
This has some cool graphics in it.
So for the next movies, there will be Transformers in it from this one. And there might be Josh Duhamel will probably be in it also. I don't know if she'll be in it. He will not be in it. He definitely won't be in it because he died. And the girl might be in it. This guy right here. The English guy. So he's gone. Hopefully Cogman will be in it, guys.
Hopefully.
Michael Bay will not be doing it, guys. So
hopefully Kate Yeager will be in it.
No, he's not going to be in it. Kate Yeager will not be in the next movie, guys, which I'm pretty thrilled about. Hopefully they'll get an actual actor for it. But anyway, guys, hopefully they will start to rein some of this crazy stuff in.
Like Ollie, this is kind of a movie mix-up here. We're talking about all the movies. But you know that it takes a long time for the action to start. But then it just piles up with a whole bunch of romantics.
But guys, I'll tell you this. These two both have awesome driving scenes in them. This one actually has probably the best of all the movies. This one as well has some really cool driving scenes in it. This one not so much, and this one so. But guys, I don't know. They're mostly overall pretty fun, guys. You just have to skip around a lot for these things.
You have to wait so much time on these three movies to get the action scenes going on.
Yeah, they could have done a better job. And there's videos on YouTube where they actually are just nothing but the action scenes. So there's none of the interspersing dialogue and exposition, anything like that. It's all basically, guys, just straight action in those YouTube videos.
So you know, we can take away these three parts of action out. So if they took it out, I'd be really happy.
Anyway, guys, there is our really long discussion of the first 5 Transformer movies, guys. So we have Transformers, the first one. Transformers the first. We have Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Transformers Age of Extinction, Transformers The Last Night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guys. Okay, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed our very spirited discussion of these movies. If you did, guys, if you managed to sit through this whole thing, guys, we really appreciate that. Definitely, if you liked it, give us a big old fat thumbs up. Or, guys, if you've not already done it, hit the old subscribe button and hit the blue bell next to that if you'd like to be notified. The latest greatest content as it becomes available, guys. Follow us on Twitter.
This is not the right order.
If you would like to, guys. So the any channel updates are made in more or less live time there, guys. This is, I know there's a lot of commentary flying around about the Transformers and some of the things that have happened to them with the movie franchise and the toy line. The toy line, guys, has been very challenging for the last night. They had not done a good job rotating stock and putting the waves out. So there's some serious woes attached to this. But guys, leave us your comments. Let us know your thoughts. So here I would rank them in order, guys. These two, I would say, are neck and neck for my top movie, followed by this one, and this one is completely last.
Oh, last mine.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, let us know what your picks are, guys. If you want to rank them, we would love to know that.
Look at, they're not in order. I'd say these first two are overly dramatic. Oh, the first one is full of humanity. They're full of romantic. That is weird. But these two movies that came in the last part were great, spectacular.
And we will see you all next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.